This is where we were in the state of Nevada, pretty much right in the center. And you can see that the Toiyabe Range runs north-south. We traveled north on Highway 376 and went west to Kingston, and then we continued on to the Kingston campground. We spent the night there, and then we went up to the Groves Lake, which is the lake right here, and the trailhead for the Toiyabe Crest Trail. Access starts here, and you have to go up into it. I rode my bicycle up to the Mineral County Library in Hawthorne, Nevada, because they have an amazing map here that I want to show you. Look at the map with all the Nevada counties. Look how big Nye County is. Anyway, we went from Hawthorne and we went north of Nye County to Lander County, and we were just south of Austin. We've got a really good library here, and we've got an amazing map in the reference area that I saw that could really show what that mountain range looks like up over there, because it's a 3D map. See how all the mountain ranges run north-south in Nevada and how mountainous it is? But it's a 3D map, like that. This right here is Hawthorne is right there, and then the Toiyabe Range is this one right here. There's the Smoky Valley. Kingston is right about in here, south of Highway 50, south of Austin. There's the Reese River Valley. Here's the Smith Creek Valley where there's that dry lake. Here's the Reese River and the Reese River Valley. So the Toiyabe Mountain Range and the Toiyabe Crest Trail goes right up along here on the very top ridge of that mountain range for many miles. This is Mineral County, Nevada in the morning. It's been several days now, and smoke from the Garnet Fire in California on the western slope of the Sierras has blown into the area, and you can see it. Fresno County declared a state of emergency for that fire. But there's the smoke all the way up here. Imagine that.
Well, we're headed out to Kingston today. Doug is driving us out that way, and we're probably going to camp out here over Labor Day weekend. Not sure what we're going to find today, but we'll figure it out.
Not much traffic on this highway. It's one of the great things about Nevada. There's still a lot of elbow room, even on a holiday weekend. Watch out, Kelly. There's some pronghorn crossing. There they go.
There they are over there.
I can't blame them. They're getting a little treat in the alfalfa field. That won't hurt anything. There they go. Just passing through Carver's again. Got some places you can get a motel room, and they've got the little Shoshone Market. The Park Canyon mine is up into those mountains on the left there. That was an amazing site that we visited several videos back. Heading into Kingston. by the Lucky Spur Saloon. And they've got a little general store here. And you can fish right there. Here's the general store. Antiques. We're already on the outskirts of Kingston, and you can see some of the mining ruins along the way. We've covered those in a previous video. This is probably the busiest weekend of the year, or one of the busiest in this area. And if we can't get a campsite, there's places to camp up here along this creek. If we can't find a campsite, there's other places that we can go. But either way, we're gonna stop and have our lunch here pretty soon. The road gets a little bit rougher farther up, but it's not too bad for a highway car to handle. No problem whatsoever. So everybody, this is what the rule board looks like. It's just all common sense rules. There's no fees or anything like that. It's just basic stuff, common sense stuff with the campfires and all that.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
So we found one that's vacant right by the creek. What do you think, Kelly? Are you gonna like this spot?
I think this is a good spot.
It's got a lot of shade.
Yeah.
Walking back to the campsite, a little ways down the road. Here's the spot where the fish are. I can see some trout from the bank. I'll see if I can zoom in on them without scaring them off. There's one right there. I really like this Kingston Creek. Well, Kelly, what do we have for lunch today?
We are having chicken wraps with all the vegetables today. We're having some watermelon, and we're going to have some wedding cake cookies, Mexican wedding cake cookies. And the irony of these Mexican wedding cake cookies is they're not Mexican, they're ancient Arabian.
The little white ones?
The little white ones, yeah, and somewhere in the 50s,
Oh, they're Arabian.
Yes, they're Arabian cookies. And
wow.
somewhere in the 50s, in the American cookbook, they put in wedding cake, Mexican wedding cake cookies.
Isn't that odd they did that?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm imagining some Bedouin eating those in their tent. Since we're going to be in a tent tonight.
Yep.
Imagine them eating those in their tent.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Okay.
Douglas is trying to get this tent up in a hurry here because there's a lot of mosquitoes and yellow jackets around, and he wants a little protection.
Well, we've got our tent all up, and Kelly's got her housekeeping the way she wants it. What do you think, Kelly?
Oh, I think it'll be fairly comfortable by the time we finish getting organized. See where that light hits that V down there? That's about where the campground is. And there's a stream that's going up here. And in the fall, it's got some really beautiful colors here. We were up here about 2 years ago, and it was covered with all kinds of pretty colors.
Yeah, a lot of golds and yellows. That's the little Kingston Creek down in the bottom where all the little trees are. Such a nice area out here. Right in the cleft of that hill there, you can see there's some aspen trees When we came through here in the fall one year, those were a beautiful orange golden color. Well, there's a good rendition of the 6th moon of the year right there. It's a nice evening, isn't it, Kelly?
It's beautiful out.
Yeah. I think we're gonna call it a night and get up early and hit that trail and check it out for everybody. Let me run up here next to our campsite where there's this trail that goes up to these old miners' cabins foundations. I'll check it out. Let's go up these steps here. It's a little ways up. It's in the morning. Had a good night's rest in the tent. It was somewhere up in this area. Ah, there's one right there. It's like a little bit bigger one. There's a tree growing out of the center of it now. Probably took several men and probably a hoist to get that big stone set next to this old hearth. But the stonework, where it's still tight, can easily be seen. It's like natural slate.
Here is one of the miners' cabins that we were talking about along Kingston Creek.
There's the stonework on the foundation, the corner of where the cabin stood. It's a rather larger one. We really liked our free campsite. Just gorgeous. Here's some of the mileage on the Toiyabe Crest Trail. Ophir Pass is 32 miles. Washington Creek is 9 miles.
That looks inviting on a hot afternoon. I'd want to swim in that.
There's the beautiful little lake in the morning. Quite a few fishermen on it that we saw as we went by. We're heading up the trail.
Well, I've decided I'm going to take a little break down here, and Doug's going to go further up because he wants to, film the top of the ridge and see the other side and all that, and I decided I needed a break. So, we'll just wait here for a little bit, and then he'll come back, and then we'll head back down.
And we can see each other from the ridge by line of sight, even though it's a little ways. The air is starting to get a little bit thinner. There's the trail right along the crest, both sides. The Reese River Valley is on the other side. There's Kellie way in the distance down there. You can see how the trail swung around and it continues on the ridge the whole way. Pretty amazing. I actually do see some cattle on the next ridge. It's surprising how some of these range cattle can get up to some of these high ridges like they do, but they managed to do that. There they are. I could see this white outcropping all the way down from the road. This is one of the most amazing rock outcroppings I've ever seen. It's like a vein of pure white quartz. Look at the white color of it. Got that beautiful white crystalline color, and you can see this whole ridge of it. It's extensive. It can be seen from a long ways, and it's right adjacent to the trail along the ridge. I'm actually seeing deer tracks along this ridge. Amazing. Coming up to the very tippy high point above the Reese River Valley. Here's looking out towards the south from the Toiyabe Crest Trail, the TCT Trail in Lander County, Nevada. And there's the Arc Dome in the distance. The Yamba Shoshone Nation is also in the distance. They're of the Western Shoshone tribe. And in that valley there, that's the Reese River Valley, between the Toiyabe Range that we're on now and the next range, the Shoshone Range. There's a beautiful river that runs through there called the Reese River. It's got trout. And there's a very healthy elk herd in that valley. It's amazing. And then swinging to the right, you can see past the Shoshone Range, there's a dry lake bed over there. That's not too far away from Middlegate in US 50. And then in the foreground in the Reese River Valley is the Hess Ranch, which is a historic cattle ranch from the 1900s. Just a gorgeous view from here. There's Kellie waiting for us in the distance. Let's head down there. Down we go. We should make pretty good time and catch up with Kellie pretty quickly. Well, everyone, that Toiyabe Crest Trail in the Kingston area was just amazing. And we really did enjoy the free campground. And just remember, if you come up here to the campground, be respectful and obey all the rules, because we want to make sure that stays open for everybody. We don't want to wreck it. So what did you think, Kellie?
Oh, I thought it was a good time. It was a beautiful place, and we'll see you next time.
You can see the beautiful Toiyabe Mountains, the backside of that ranch. That's an amazing place to have a home and a business. Little ranch operation there. Really beautiful.